Hi guys, Socio from EasyPolitics South Africa. EasyPolitics SA is a YouTube channel that will be discussing politics. And under politics, we'll talk about anything and everything under the political landscape. International relations, party politics, everything with politics. 2, we'll be talking about governance and the business of government. So what government has done, what government has not done, the failures and the successes of government, and the role of citizens in government and in governing. 3, we'll be discussing history. The history of the Republic of South Africa is very beautiful, but yet very painful. On the day where we're shooting this video, the 26th of June, marks 65 years of the Freedom Charter. It also marks an anniversary of the Defiance Campaign of 1952. Under history, we'll be discussing post and pre-colonial history of South Africa. We'll be discussing history of legislation, racist legislation, progressive legislation, history of South Africa and Southern Africa. 4, we'll be discussing socio-economic issues, poverty, unemployment, lack of opportunities for the youth, and how the coronavirus has actually shown how poverty lines are in South Africa. As the channel suggests, EasyPolitics is aimed at simplifying politics. Each and every concept in politics and in governance so that new voters have an informed idea habaya who the ballot next year who local government elections. We'll try and simplify everything. My love for history starts at a very young age. The first interaction of history that I can actually recall is my mother teaching me or telling me about the frontier wars. These are wars that took 100 years where the Xhosa were fighting against European settlers for their land, obviously. And in that wars, in those frontier wars, she taught me about kings such as King Hintsa, taught me about Makana, the left-handed. And that's my introduction into history. And from there, she taught me about the liberation movement, the liberation struggle. Those are the first interactions of history that I actually recall. And my love for governance comes from at a period in the country where things were going very well. I was in high school. The country was run by Thabo Mbeki. It just seemed like everything was going beautifully. I then fell in love with the art of governance and wanting to govern and learning the business of government. I then went to the University of Northwest, where I studied public governance and political science. I then went to the University of the Free State, where I studied political transformation and governance. So my education system is based on governance and political science. I also worked at the National Department of Human Settlements as an IGR practitioner. I worked also at the Gauteng Department of Human Settlements as an IGR practitioner. So in short, I'm actually in housing. I'm a housing or human settlements practitioner. There's where I fell in love with service delivery. I wanted to learn how delivery of services are done, where are we failing, the shortcomings, and all of that. And housing is a very complicated issue in this country. There's always a demand of housing. People always protest for housing. And in this platform, we'll be talking about housing, talking about human settlements, why there's a need of human settlements, why there's a need of housing, where it started, did it start after the Natives Land Act of 1913? So we'll be discussing everything that talks to housing, that talks to governance, that talks to history, that talks to socio-economic issues. Please subscribe to our channel, EasyPolitics SA, and spare a minute to watch our videos. On Instagram, we're EasyPolitics. On Facebook, we're EasyPolitics.